The Bamboo and the Oak, expanded version. In a vast forest nestled between mountains and rivers, a mighty oak tree and a slender bamboo plant grew side by side. The oak, with its thick trunk and sprawling branches, was admired by all who passed by. Birds built their nests in its branches, and travelers sought shelter in its shade. The bamboo, on the other hand, stood unnoticed. It was young, slender, and often overlooked in the shadow of the magnificent oak. The two plants often exchanged words, though the oak's tone was usually condescending. "Look at you," the oak would say, "thin, fragile, and swaying at the slightest breeze. You'll never amount to anything. Look at me, strong, immovable, and enduring. I will stand here for centuries, while you'll likely snap in the next storm." The bamboo, humble and quiet, would gently sway and reply, "Strength is not always about standing tall and firm. Sometimes it lies in knowing when to bend." Seasons passed, and the bamboo grew taller but remained slender and flexible. The oak grew even mightier, its branches spreading wide, its roots digging deep into the earth. Travelers continued to admire the oak, praising its grandeur and strength. One fateful year, the forest experienced its most ferocious storm in decades. The wind began as a gentle breeze, but soon turned into a violent gale, shaking the trees and bending the grasses. Animals scurried for shelter as the storm roared louder, ripping leaves from branches. The oak stood firm, its deep roots holding it steadfast against the raging wind. "I will not bow to the storm," it declared. "I am the king of this forest." The bamboo, however, bent low to the ground, its slim frame yielding completely to the wind's force. "You should bend," it called to the oak. "The storm is stronger than you." "Never," the oak roared, its pride refusing to let it yield. The storm grew more violent, and the wind howled with a deafening force. The oak groaned and creaked, struggling to resist. Suddenly, with a loud, thunderous crack, its trunk split, and the mighty oak crashed to the ground, its roots torn from the earth. When the storm finally passed, the forest was silent. The once proud oak lay broken, its branches scattered. Nearby, the bamboo rose slowly, shaking off the rain and standing upright once again. The fallen oak looked at the bamboo, its voice weak and sorrowful. "How did you survive when I, the strongest in the forest, have fallen?" The bamboo replied gently, "I survived because I was not too proud to bend. Strength without flexibility can lead to downfall. You stood firm against the storm, but I chose to flow with it. In life, it is not the strongest who survive, but those who adapt." The oak lay silent, its pride replaced by understanding. Travelers who returned to the forest later noticed the fallen oak and the resilient bamboo standing tall, swaying gracefully in the breeze. The moral: this expanded version of the story reminds us that resilience,